Greetings from the Las Vegas airport. We are in Terminal 3, the E-gates. Today is Thursday, January 11th, 2024. It is 8:13 p.m. Pacific time. I am on a layover here, and I figured while I was on a layover, I've never done a live stream at the airport. Hey, welcome Caffeinated Misfit over in the Eastern time zone. So while I'm on my layover, I figured, why don't I try a live stream? I at least had good reception here in the E-gates. I don't know, my connection that goes to Cleveland will connect in about 3 hours in the D-gates. We'll see if I get reception there. One thing I wanted to point out, Frontier is what I often take. So if you pay for the cheap seats, they make you size your bag. So usually what you do is take your bag and they're going to make you size it in the personal items section. So I always bring one bag that will conveniently fit in there. Sorry, doing this with one hand. So usually you just see like that, they're going to tell you have to keep pushing it down. So you push it down, and if it goes down like that, it's good. If it can't go down like that, then you risk having to pay. Well, they basically are going to make you pay for a bag, which I believe is like $100. Because that's even though Frontier has cheap seats, that's where they get you if you end up having to pay late baggage fees. But let's go ahead and walk around the E-gates, and then we'll see about whether or not the D-gates are good enough. Now, if you're in the E-gates in Terminal 3, you see like the Welcome to Las Vegas sign. It still has the old McCarran International Airport. That's what the name of this airport was up until like 2021 when they changed it to the Harry Reid Airport. They just haven't updated the signs. But if you're trying to exit the terminal and go to ground transportation baggage claim, you would just take those escalators there. Out of all the concourses, because there's 5 concourses in Vegas, Concourse A, B, C, D, and E. Concourse E always seems like the most modern one to me as far as signage goes. You can see the big concourse signs for each gate, like E10. It's got the nice LED or display boards. Welcome, Glow God Navy. Thanks for tuning in. And yes, Caffeinated Misfit. Been very busy and energetic, but tired at the same time. But still doing very well. Thank you. I noticed a lot of the concourses here have Burger King. And when I did my last live stream at the Salt Lake City airport about a month ago, I pointed out how Salt Lake didn't have a lot of your typical fast food chains, but they did introduce a Burger King there recently. Yeah, throughout all the concourses in Vegas, you're going to see these little pop-up slot machines. There's not as many, from my recollection, in the E-gates. If you go to some of the other gates, like the A-gates, you're going to see a lot more of those. Let me try to walk on this other side briefly. I think there's less people. Let's see, I don't know if they have Cleveland up there yet for the flight that I'm taking. That's probably it, yeah. The one that says Cleveland Frontier, gate D17, departs at 12:09 a.m. That would be 12:09 a.m. Pacific time. So that would be 3:09 a.m. Eastern time. or before coming at like late at night through Concourse E, and it ends up looking like Deadsville over here. But no matter what time of day, if you're in Concourse A, that one is like always busy, but it's like very cramped and tight quarters in Concourse A. You got a Hudson shop on the right, then a Village pub on the right after that. There's not too much down here at the very end, so I'm not going to walk all the way down there. And I don't think we get any views of the Las Vegas Strip from the E-gates. Caffeinated Misfit says, wow, you were really early. Yeah, if you're talking about the really early, what, in terms of the departure flight, I guess. I always like that anytime I'm flying, because if I fly to Cleveland, it's like an overnight flight. I feel like I'm not missing any time, so to speak. So I'll go straight to work in the morning. Get to Cleveland around like 7 a.m. The flight to Las Vegas was about an hour, so it's not so bad on the Frontier cramped quarters. When I say cramped, because Frontier, they got that little less leg room than some of the other airlines. So you really, if you have a longer flight, like 3 to 4 hours, you feel it in your neck and back. So I'll feel that on the overnight one to Cleveland. That's about 3.5 to 4 hours. Alright, so we are about to head where I started the live stream. That's why I'm not really talking about what's on the left and right. What is this on the right? A Sprinkles. I think I have seen this in the past. You've got a Sprinkles vending machine for cupcakes on the go. How expensive are these? Those would be the type of cupcakes that I like, with sprinkles on them. Yeah, in the past I thought to myself, like, man, I don't imagine a lot of people buy these things, but if the lack of supply is any indication, it makes it seem like it's pretty popular. I don't see the prices, so let's do the touchscreen. Okay, so about $7. If you want to have a cupcake, you gotta spend $7 for your little dessert. I'd rather go to Hudson News and spend like, I don't know, I forget how much it is. It probably is like $7 on a big bag of mini Oreos, and just munch on that for a while. At my previous airport, I spent on at Panera Bread, got 2 pastries. Still have the chocolate chip cookie in my backpack to munch on after the live stream's over. Okay, so this is different territory. That's one of the Hudson shops. All these Hudson shops, there's like at every airport several different ones, and they put a different spin on the name, but they're all by Hudson. You also have Vegas Specialties. They're closed already. The Raider Image. That place is already closed too, for the Las Vegas Raiders. You've also got Las Vegas Chop House. And that gate E8, that flight is going to Ontario, Canada. I'm not going to show on the left because they never want you showing TSA security, but This would be if you are entering the airport, where all the TSA would be on the left, all the security screenings. Oh, these bakery vending machines must be popular. They've got another one there for a cake. That one's, and then above that area, they have all these artistic butterflies. Let me zoom in a little bit. Those are all butterflies dangling from the ceiling.
You will not be able to board the aircraft until your passport is verified. Please make your way to E7 with your passport in hand, please.
So that's a fun little thing to peek at if you are looking for artwork in the area.
Zeta, Kwok, Leon Fong, Deborah Hartford, Karhang Ip, Taruna Levinson,
Caffeinated Misfit says, I bet those are pretty in sunbeams.
Lamar, Sierra Moffat, Donna Panasar, Fahad Rashid, Agata Berdina, party of 2, Jessica Verheeden, Benjamin Bopo, Lyle Wagner.
You could also take the elevator down if you didn't want to take the escalator. Like I said, I will be headed back there in a little bit. Let's just keep walking down the E-gates. You've got gate E7 going to Vancouver. I think from what I remember in the past that the E-gates are kind of shopping.
British Airways Flight 27 for the London Heathrow. If you're on a standby seat.
All customers welcome. They've got a big variety of, looks like, high-end stores there, or high-end brands. Estee Lauder, Clinique, Longchamp, Tumi. And then down on this end you've got like M&M Chocolate, Gucci, various other places. That's kind of, I don't remember seeing that. I'm sure it's been here, but I don't remember seeing that open when I've been coming by. But that's a pretty unique concept. It's almost like a mini shopping mall.
May I have your attention, please? This is the final boarding call for WestJet, flight 1449, with service to Edmonton.
You can go a few steps and there's another Hudson shop which has the self-checkouts, and then here's more of the slot machines that you can play at the airport. I think from what I remember reading in the past is that these slot machines have even worse odds than the Vegas casino, the ones on the Las Vegas Strip. If anyone's watching this, I hope to do a Friday evening, probably Friday evening, live stream in downtown Cleveland tomorrow. So feel free to check that out. Over here on the left, we've got a big Carl's Jr., followed by the Great American Bagel Bakery, although that is closed already. It's only 8:27, and then you've got a Starbucks coffee. That's one of my pet peeves about some of the Vegas airport concourses is that I feel like there's a lot of flights that depart like 10 o'clock and later, but a lot of the food places end up closing like 8 a.m., 9 a.m., sorry, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. There's another Las Vegas t-shirt and souvenir shop. And then another Hudson store. But this one doesn't say Evolve, it just says Hudson. And then you've got an Express Spa. That Express Spa was funny. During the stock market boom when COVID was happening, that was one of the companies that became temporarily like a meme stock because they were doing like, there were reports like, oh, they're going to open up at more airports and do, besides doing spa stuff, they're going to do like COVID testing at the airport. So there was like a very brief stretch where it was trading like a meme stock. It was like a penny type stock, but just very high volume and volatile. Now if you look at the stock, it like barely does any trading. Like no one even touches it. Here's an exclusive gaming lounge. I think you're let's see here. I don't know, those people just kind of walked in. I don't know what the difference is between the lounge versus the open area ones. Oh, it looks like you can smoke inside there. So that's probably the big difference. This one, gate E2, is going to London. We got a lot of people waiting at this one. That one's probably departing soon. Yeah, 9 o'clock p.m. it says. I don't think I've actually been down all the way at the very end of this side of the airport, so let me check out what we have here in gate E1, which is tucked around the corner. And the spacing, it's kind of like, I don't want to call it weird, but you know what I mean? It's like a huge area down here, but there's only one gate, and there's no other like shops and restaurants. Caffeinated Misfit says, yeah, Vegas, you're supposed to be an all-night city, no closing the bagel place. Yeah, here's gate E1. So there's not even a flight here, but these people are doing the type of thing that I would do. Like you just, while you're waiting for your connection, rather than being at a crowded gate, like where there's no available seats, they're just hanging out and relaxing. Alright, so that covers the E-Concourse. That is one thing about these concourses. There's 5 of them, but none of them are like huge in the sense that you have to do a ton of walking.
And carry-on baggage is subject to search. If anyone asks you to check in baggage other than your own, do not accept it, and please notify airline personnel immediately. Thank you.
Okay, so let's see if the live stream survives when I have to take that train to go to the D gates. The D gates has a very different look. If the stream survives going through there, once we get off the train, there'll be a big escalator that we take upward, and then there's like 4 different I don't know what to call them, but like mini areas that you go to that branch off of the central point. So like the E gates is all one long path, but imagine the D gates, you get to a center point, and then from there it's like, okay, you pick one of 4 directions, and each one has various restaurants, shops, and gates associated with it. I'm going to walk a little faster since we've covered this area already. I think the D gates area I was referencing earlier is past gate E7, so we just got to zip past there. Yes, that word makes sense. All the years I've had layovers at the Vegas airport, I'm not sure why I've never done a live stream at any of the concourses. I actually, before I started this, had to look up. I was thinking to myself, like, I think I haven't done one, but I looked up on my YouTube channel. I typed in Vegas airport, and sure enough, I had never done a live stream at the Vegas airport. I think I had covered this concourse in a pre-recorded footage before, where I may have like briefly gone a little bit down the E gates. Okay, let's see if our connection survives when we go this way. One thing to note, there's escalators going down, but not up. So I can't remember if you're trying to go from the D to the E gate. We might die off. Nope. Well, transmission was weak for a second. Now it's showing better. Let's see if we can show off whatever this is. Looks like they just have some historical things like what Lady Luck is, greetings from the Glitter Gulch. This is sort of the downtown Las Vegas area, if I'm not mistaken. Although some of it is not. Greetings from Las Vegas, time travel. And then down there you've got talking about the McCarran Airport, museum, Flamingo. Yeah, so feel free to read up on a little bit of the history if you ever come through this area. Transit to the D gates. Okay, well these people are coming from D.
You can help increase the effectiveness of the Harry Reid International Airport Security
Oh, okay.
Program.
If you want to get to the E gates, you got to use the elevator. So for whatever reason, they've designed the escalators not
You do not know.
to
Do not look
take you
after
upward.
baggage that is not your own.
For your safety,
If
please
you
do not
see
climb on the
any
rabbit.
Unusual activities or unattended baggage, report it
Oh,
immediately.
let's see her
Using-
very often.
Thank you.
The red line to D gates will arrive shortly.
Board here for D gates. So those people are coming from the D gates and can either connect to E or they can go. I mean, there is a way to get to the A, B, and C gates. It's not like you're completely cut off from the other terminals, but I forget exactly how you would get there.
Please stand clear of the tram doors.
Greetings, Sean. Thank you for tuning in.
This tram is going to D gates. Please hold on to a post or handrail.
This is the final stop. Exit now for the D gates. Please check for all personal belongings before leaving the tram.
Okay. So we only very briefly, it was only for like half a second, lost or got a weakened connection. So once you get off the tram, you would go that way. And we'll go there in a second, but before I do, Just want to show the... Yeah, I'll do this one here. So this is a picture or artwork of an airplane flying, but if you zoom in, it's one of those things that's made up of a bunch of tiny pictures. So see, like, you've got a tank, you know, all these little kid drawings or paintings. So just imagine if you truly wanted to like spend time here and like look at all these artworks, you could probably spend a good, you know, bunch of minutes or hours looking at all the artworks that people have done. It'd be cool, like, imagine if I had done this like years ago as a kid, like just done one of these drawings, and then wouldn't it be cool to know, like, oh, it was on public display for years, just embedded in there, and you could walk up to your, like, say if I knew like mine was, of course this is not me, but like, let's say I had drawn a car when I was a kid and be like, oh yeah, I know my little thing is represented there in the Las Vegas airport. So yeah, that's a nice touch. You know, if people are at the airport though, typically when they're getting off the gate, not many of them are probably gonna get off and actually stare, you know, I don't mean stare, but like take the time to stop and like look at all those things. They're more so in a hurry to just get over here and get to their gate or grab something to eat. Yeah, so these are the D gates, and this is what I was talking about. You come down here, and this is kind of the central area. And by the way, if you're in the D gates and you're like, how do I get to the E gates? They have clear signage there, and you would just board the same tram that I just took and go there. But then now you've got all these escalators here. And we've got some artwork on the ground here. I assume it's kind of like a map. So I forgot about this, but there actually is a blue line. So that was the red line that we were just on. There's a blue line. Once you get to D, you can take a blue line that connects you to Terminal 1 to get to the A, B, and C gates. And there's more artwork associated with those ones over there. So that's the key, I guess. If you start off in E, you need to go to D, and then from D you can get to all the other ones. Have another one of these reptilian, whatever you want to call it. This one doesn't have a sign that says don't climb on it, so maybe this one's a little more sturdy. Because I imagine if you're a kid, you're gonna hop on. Oh, see, I waited for the blue line just arrived, so a lot of people are taking the escalator. I'm just gonna hang back for a second. Let's take a quick glance, even though we can't fully go into because all that artwork is meant for people arriving on the tram. Oh, they've got different cities represented. It's interesting. So this is like San Francisco, and then beyond that they've got Mexico City, Chicago. Like I said, we can't get fully up close, but they've got Berlin, New York, Toronto, I think, and I can't read what the other ones are. What were these artworks? What cities? Is this Egypt? Oh no, that's Las Vegas. I saw the pyramid in the Pharaoh and I was thinking, oh, but that's actually, you know, those exist in Las Vegas too, is the hotels. You've got that, and you've got Sydney, Minneapolis, London, Washington, D.C., Tokyo. I'm trying to see for Caffeinated Misfit. I swear that one down there looks like AT. I don't know if that means Atlanta, but it's too far away for me to tell. Alright, now traffic has died down a bit, so let's go up the escalator. When you go up this escalator, in the middle you have these airplanes. So you could also take the stairs if you want to, but in the middle there's these airplanes. So a lot of gates in D. You can see to the left gates D1 through D26, and to the right gates D30 through 59. So you'll have a lot more selection of restaurants and such if you go to the D gates. We'll eventually come back this way, but let me go to the right side first. There's a California Pizza Kitchen over there, Baja Fresh Express, Great American Bagel Bakery. That one is open still, so not closed like the one in the E gates, if that's the same place. Auntie Anne's T-shirt shop. There's a Howard W. Cannon Aviation Museum. They've got a little museum on display here. This is some, if you're into history and you have time to kill, you can look through this stuff. Talking about Senator McCarran and aviation, who the airport was initially named after. This looks to be an engine. I guess this is just a lounge area. I didn't know this existed, so if you're similar to what I was saying before, if you're at a gate that's crowded and you're like, I got a few hours to kill, I don't want to be around all these people. You got a nice view up here too. This would be kind of cool to, like, if you grab something to eat at one of the places and just came here and sat, you could people watch this whole area. And then this over here is a kids play area, which I have never recognized too. So I guess if you have a kid, it's probably germ infested like crazy, but no one's using this right now. So maybe not. Maybe they can crawl through there. I don't know. I guess they can sit over there where the artwork is. act like they're on a plane, go through that. It's not really a huge kids area. I don't know how entertained they would be. Who knows? Kids are entertained by the silliest things sometimes. Got a nursing suite here, privacy for pumping or breastfeeding. Let me keep walking this direction. I think we're going to reach like an end point, and then we can go down some of those other areas. Port of Subs, sliced fresh sandwiches. Last month when I had a layover in Vegas, I went down one of those side areas and found a pizza place that was good. I don't know if I'll have pizza today though, after the stream's over, because I ate pizza at lunchtime that I put in the oven, and we'll see. You can never have enough pizza sometimes, right? Well, this place is closed, but there's a shop here called the Boulevard. There's actually some pretty interesting postcard looking things that are throwbacks. I could get a kick out of that, just looking at some of the old pictures of Vegas. Guess if you're a chef, you could, or a baker, you could get a Las Vegas apron. And some Raiders merchandise. Up top, there's a airplane mural as you're entering this part of the airport. These are the gates D52 through 59. Lots of seating options down here too. Nice. We've got a mural going across the top of this area too. Yeah, I've been in D, but every time it's been the other direction. That's why it's interesting to me to walk down this part. My brother got a Las Vegas puzzle a couple of years ago that me, my mom, and my brother put together. And it was like really fun. You know, just seeing all the little things. This mural kind of reminds me of that. You got Flamingo Hotel, Sahara, Stardust, Caesar's Palace, Golden Nugget, Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas, Sands, Circus, Tropicana, McCarran. Yeah, very nice mural. These gates look like they're not really no departures happening in down near this area. So now let's keep walking. We'll should be able to cut down one of those tributaries. Akron guy says, "Hey Chris, I missed the beginning of your video. You headed to Houston for the Browns game this weekend?" That would have been fun, but I think I brought bad luck when I headed to Los Angeles when we lost that game. But now I'm going to Cleveland, so I'll be enjoying the Browns game on my big screen TV, hoping for a wild card weekend win.
This one was like, it'd be a mission. Oh, by the way, we're done.
Alright, so we're going to make a right turn up here. And these will be gates D, 30 through 43. Inter10 says, "Greetings from Elyria. Have fun in Vegas." Short stay in Vegas, just on the layover. But yes, I'll have a little bit of fun. This is my fun, going through the airport and doing a video. This is a unique looking store over here. Califano, almost like a Transformers shop or something. Wait for the traffic to clear so I can get a view over there. So there's a bunch of keychains, but also these big figurines. I think those figurines are being sold more so on that side. Recycled metal art. Caffeinated Misfit says, "It was your fault we lost. You missed the LA game altogether." Well, good thing it was after that game. Flacco went on that 4-game win streak tear. So that's what counts. Led us to the postseason. So very excited, hoping we can repeat what we did against Houston on Christmas Eve. But of course, the Texans having their rookie quarterback, the Ohio State product, C.J. Stroud, back. Can't overlook that at all. But typically I wouldn't say he struggled this season at all. But if he did have lesser performances, it was against top passing defenses or teams that played good man defense. And that's what the Browns do. But then, of course, you read earlier today that Denzel Ward all of a sudden tweaks his knee in practice. And is questionable for the game now. So last month when I was here, I went to Metro Pizza, which is over there on the left. And granted, the slices are going to be expensive. I think it was probably like $7 or so for the slice. But it was tasty. And after I ordered it, I sat down at like one of these areas and plugged in my phone and just hung in there for a while. You've also got a Chili's here. And then a Starbucks. And then I think I'm not going to walk all the way down the end because that's just going to be the end of it there. And these are just gates. There's not any, besides that mural up there, there's nothing else to really see. I'll loop back around and get a closer look at Metro Pizza. There's the pizza.
unwind.
So the Wi-Fi upload speed, at least in the Terminal 3, has been pretty solid. It's maintained a strong upload speed connection almost the entire time. Very few dead zones. Even on that train ride over. Here's another one of those express spas that I was referencing earlier about the stock market. Okay, we're going to make a right turn because we've covered everything to the left. And we covered these first 3 shops here because this will take us back to where we started after we came up the escalators earlier. Because I mentioned California Pizza Kitchen. So this part will be new territory for the stream. You have Ruby's Diner. Wonder what type of view we get out here. I think it's just of airplanes. Well, let's check out the atrium. Yeah, I think the reflection is making it hard to see outside. You can sort of see. But I think you're more so seeing the glare inside. Probably get a better shot if I angle it that way. We got one airplane landing over there. Or taking off. Yeah, I think it's... Oh, the glare's too big anyway. So let's go back. So if you are in the D gates already and you head down those escalators, you have a nice welcome to Las Vegas sign there again, but it still says McCarran, so they haven't updated that part either. Some nice big typical Las Vegas signage that is flashy for Cinnabon, although they're closed. You can see on the left side there's Jamba Juice and also Sugar Factory. Sugar Factory is open. These are additional escalators that I think will take you back to the same area we saw earlier. If you want to go to gates D1 through 14, you can go down this area, and then gates D16 through 26 are that way. So we'll make sure we complete our full tour of the D gates by going this way. Inter10 says the real question is the airport Wi-Fi name McCarran or Harry Reid. Shoot, I don't want to end my live stream. I forget because I've connected to this in the past. It automatically connected as soon as I tapped the Wi-Fi icon. I want to say I think they do. I think the Wi-Fi name is Harry Reid. But when I went to speedtest.net, because I do that before I do a live stream to check the strength of the connection, speedtest.net recognized it as McCarran, not the name of the network. I don't know what exactly they're trying to label, like the service that you're connected to. And that one said McCarran International Airport. Mural of the desert, I assume. Another candy shop, eye candy. And then you've got a Hudson. Welcome to Las Vegas again. Another Port of Subs and Mrs. Fields combined with it if you want some cookies. Here's a Sammy's wood-fired pizza and grill. I wonder if it was this place. I know one of these, like a year or two ago, I actually sat down and had pizza. I think it was this place right here, Sammy's wood-fired pizza and grill. And then similar to before, I guess I'm not going to walk all the way to the end. You just have the remaining gates over there. We got 12 viewers tuning in right now, so thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, if you are enjoying the video, feel free to hit the like button. Let me take a quick drink of water here. What's this big line for? The Centurion American Express. That must be, I assume, some type of fancy lounge. Yeah, Centurion Lounge it says. There's a convenient sign. It says, if you're trying to go to Terminal 1 or 3, which tram to use and which airport is associated with those terminals and gates. Have another gaming lounge here where smoking is permitted. Oh, there's they're advertising the snacks I talk about. Oh, they went off now, but those mini Oreos that I, for some reason, just crave when I'm at an airport layover. Oh, this looks like another one of those do-free shopping things, although this one's closed, maybe because it's beyond 9 o'clock. The other one earlier looked nicer. This is a smaller version. I guess they're about the same. Store is closed for tonight and will reopen at 9 a.m. The other one that we saw in the E-Gate says is open till 11, so it tells you to visit that if you're interested. So down at this end, you're going to have a Chili's Express. So a smaller version of Chili's. And then down here you'll have another desert murals kind of spanning the top part. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this tour of Terminal 3 and Concourse D and E at the Las Vegas airport, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time.